Welcome back to another Taekook story. The sun was soft that morning, flowers bloom in colors no artist could ever paint. And birds sang songs sweeter than dreams. Young the spring god stood under the cherry blossom tree, his long flowing robe swayed with the breeze, his eyes sparkled like morning dew. As he smiled at the man standing before him. Jungkook the Demon King was unlike any demon ever known. His eyes were deep like the night sky, and when he smiled, it was as if stars bent to watch him. His love for them was deeper than the ocean and stronger than time itself. Taehyung, Jungkook, I will be back soon. My father wants to see me. It's just for a few days. Jungkook, I don't trust the heavens. Taehyung, especially not your father, Jungyo. He never liked me. Taehyung, gently cupping Jungkook's face. You have nothing to fear. My father may be cold, but he cannot break what we have. I promise I will come back to you always. Jungkook didn't speak. He only pulled Taehyung into a tight embrace. He held him like it was the last time, but it was. Taehyung flew to the skies and that day and never returned. Now, 200 years later, the world has changed. The once peaceful human kingdom now lie in ruin. Fire dance on their lands and shadows crawl where sunlight used to touch. People whispering in air. The Demon King has returned. Inside the obedient castle of the demon realm, Jungkook sat on the throne, made of black crystal. His once warm eyes were now hollow. His soft smile that Taehyung loved so much was gone. It, in its place was only grief, anger, and a deep, endless sorrow. Demon servant, my king, the kingdom of Viren has fallen. All humans are gone. Only ashes remain. Jungkook didn't answer. Demon servant nervously. What shall we destroy next? Jungkook coldly, all of them, the servant bowed and quickly left. Jungkook stood and walked to the edge of the balcony. Blue, black clouds filled over the burning lands. Jungkook to himself, Taehyung, where are you? You said you would come back. Why did you lie? He clenched a small flower pendant in his hand. It was the last thing Taehyung gave him. Flashback to 100 years ago, just before Taehyung left. Taehyung, the flower holds my blessing. If you ever miss me, hold it close. It will keep my love alive inside you. Jungkook, I don't need a flower to remember you. Taehyung is smiling. Still, keep it, please. Back in the present, Jungkook closed his eyes. Tears split down his cheeks, even though demons were never meant to cry. Far away in the ruined temple of a spring realm, an old goddess whispered ancient word. Her name was Soora, the guardian of seasons. She watched a glowing cocoon that rested under the roots of the last blooming tree. Soora softly, he is almost there. From the cocoon, a soft light pulsed. In the heaven, the god of light, Jungyo, sat on the silver throne. His face was cold as ice. Next to him, a young god stood silently. The boy looked like Taehyung, exactly like him. Jungyo, you are the new spring god. You will take his place. The young god, my name. Jungyo, you have no name. Taehyung is dead. You are nothing but a vessel. Now, I touches his chest. It hurts. A strange sadness burned inside him, though he didn't understand why. Back in the demon realm, Jungkook stood in front of a great burning map of the world. Jungkook, one by one, I will burn every kingdom until the heavens realm return him to me, and then the whole universe and that heaven fall. Sure, I will keep doing it until I find his soul, his General Amon, my king. We heard a whisper, a light has returned to the spring temple. Jungkook's eyes snapped open. Jungkook, what? Amon, only a rumor, but they say a light like Taehyung's. It's glowing again in the ruins. Jungkook's heart edged. From the first time in 200 years, he felt something break through a fog in his chest. Hope. Without a word, he vanished into a cloud of dark smoke at the spring temple. Soora knelt beside the cocoon. Soora chanting, may the soul of the god of spring rise once more. May love find its way again. A shadow fell over her. She looked up and gasped, Soora, you. Jungkook stood there, his back cloak wiping in the wind. His eyes locked on the glowing cocoon. Jungkook breathless. Taehyung. Soora rose. Soora, he is not ready. Jungkook, move. Soora, you could destroy him if you touch him now. His soul is still sleeping. Jungkook's voice breaking. I have been waited 200 years. I have killed for him, bled for him. I can't wait anymore. He reached out. His fingers touched the cocoon's light. It pulsed bright and warm, and then flickered. A voice echoes from it. Jungkook froze. His heart felt like it would burst. Jungkook whispering Taehyung, but the light dimmed, and the cocoon shielded itself tighter. Soora, his memories is still sealed. He is reborn, but not whole. Jungkook fell on his knees. Jungkook, then I will stay. I will wait, just let me stay. Soora nodded. Soora, stay, but do not rush faith. If you push him too soon, he will disappear forever. Jungkook sat beside the cocoon. He held the flower pendant close to it. Jungkook softly, came back to me, Tae. Please, I am lost without you. The wind gently carried the words away, and inside the cocoon, the sleeping soul of Taehyung stood. Spring Temple. 1 week later, the sky over the ruined Spring Temple has begun to shift. The dark clouds parted slowly, as if the heavens were hesitating, wind dancing around the broken marble pillars, carrying when it the faint accent of cherry blossom. Jungkook sat on the stone floor beside the glowing cocoon. He hadn't moved in days. His black armor was stained with ash and blood from the wars he had. But here, beside the gentle light, he looked more like a lost child than a king. Jungkook kept his eyes on the cocoon, watching every flicker, every glow. Jungkook softly, Taehyung, do you hear me? In there, you said you would come back, and you always keep your promises. No answer. Replaced the flower pendant gently at the base of the cocoon. His voice trembled as he spoke again. Jungkook, they called me a monster, you know. After you disappeared, I destroyed entire cities. I didn't care. I don't know how to deal with my pain. I was in so much pain. I only wanted to find you. I thought if I screamed loud enough, if I killed enough, the gods would listen. He looked up at the sky, tears slipping down his face. Jungkook, but they never listened. Only silence, only death until now. Behind him, Soora stood in silence, her hands folded, her eyes kind. Soora, he can hear you, but his memories are sealed it right now. He is like a child, new, unsure, floating between life and dream. Jungkook, can I speak to him? Soora, only if he speaks first. If you try to force it, you will break him. Jungkook clenches with Jungkook, then I will wait, even if it takes another 200 years. Inside the cocoon, it was quiet. Not dark, not light, just soft, gentle thing floating in warmth, wrapped in something that felt like silk and water. And then he saw fire, screams, darkness, skirt through his back. Pain, he cried out, clenching his chest back in the temple. The cocoon grown so suddenly brighter than before. Jungkook jumped to his feet. Jungkook Taehyung inside Taehyung's body began to take form. Soft skin, long hair, a beauty that made even the goddess Soora gave Soora, whispering it's beginning. The cocoon cracked, light spilled out, and then, with a quiet breath, a new spring god stepped into the world. Taehyung collapsed onto the cold floor, neck and shivering. Jungkook rushed forward, wrapping his cloak around him. Jungkook desperate. Taehyung, it's me. Jungkook. Taehyung looked up. His eyes were wide, fascinated, confused. Taehyung, who? The word broke Jungkook's heart into pieces. Jungkook, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to remember yet. He gently cradled Taehyung in his arms. Soora, his soul remember you, but his mind, it's like a shattered mirror. You will need to help him find the pieces. That night, Jungkook lied Taehyung on the bed made of flower, petal and soft moss inside a small chamber within the temple ruins. He stayed beside him, watching as he slept and tensed in his sleep. He whispered things, sometimes a name, sometimes a sound. Once he said, "Things sleep talking, don't go." Jungkook brushed his fingers through Taehyung's hair. Jungkook, I never will. Flashback to 50 years ago, the Demon King stood in the rain, soaked and bleeding. He had just returned from battle. 100 demon soldiers lie behind him, victorious, but Jungkook didn't care about the war. He only wanted one thing, Taehyung. He waited outside the spring garden, too afraid to walk inside, and then he saw him walking barefoot through the rain, a crown of blossom on his head. Taehyung laughing, you look like a mess. Jungkook fainting, I almost died out there. Taehyung, I knew, I felt it. He woke up and covered Jungkook's face. Taehyung, don't die before me, okay? Jungkook quietly, I will burn the world before I let that happen. Back to present, Taehyung wake up with a soft gasp. Jungkook was already awake, watching him with hope and fear. Jungkook, did you dream? Taehyung nodded slowly. Taehyung, I saw someone. He had your eyes. Jungkook smiling sadly. It was me. Taehyung, I don't remember, but I feel like I know you. He touched Jungkook's breast just like he did in the memory. Jungkook's breath catched. Taehyung, when I look at you, Taehyung, what does it hurt? Jungkook softly, because love doesn't die, even when memories do. Later that day, Soora gave Taehyung new robes with the threat of spring itself. Light green and gold shimmered around him. He walked slowly through the temple ruins, fingers trailing along the stones. Taehyung, this place feels like home. Jungkook followed silently. Taehyung turned to him. Tell me about him. The one I used to be. Jungkook nodding. He was beautiful, kind. He made flower grow with his laugh. He loved the wind, music, and me. Taehyung, and what about him? Jungkook voice broke. He went to heaven to see his father, and he never came back. Taehyung, look at the sky. Taehyung, is that why you destroyed the kingdoms? Jungkook hesitated. Jungkook quietly, yes. Taehyung, did he love you that much? Jungkook, yes. Taehyung was silent for a moment, then whispered, Taehyung, then I want to love you that much too. Jungkook turned away, tears in his eyes. Jungkook murmuring, you already do. In the heavens, Jungyo stood before the mirror of faith. He watched the rebirth of his son with cold eyes. Heaven servant, my lord, the spring god has returned. Jungyo flatly. He should not have. His love for the Demon King is cursed. It must be destroyed again. He raised his hand, a silver flame. That night, Taehyung sat near the blooming tree. He played a small flute he found among the ruins. The melody was soft, a little sad, a little sweet. Jungkook watched from afar, his heart aching. He remembered that song. Jungkook whispers, you used to play that for me. Taehyung looked up. Taehyung added, Jungkook, yes. You said it was the sound of spring falling in love. Taehyung is smiling. Taehyung, then maybe I am falling in love again. Spring Temple. 1 week later, the temple was slowly healing. Where ruins once stood began to creep over broken marble. Flowers bloomed from the cracks in the floor, and the air had a sweetness that hasn't been there in centuries. Taehyung stood beneath the one old tree, the same old tree that once witnessed the love with Jungkook. His eyes were half closed as his fingers reached towards the soft white blossom. The moment he touched it, a small breeze circled him. Playfully and warm, Taehyung whispering, spring is back. Is coming back. Behind him, Jungkook stood silently watching every gentle move. Jungkook softly, you are spring, Taehyung. Taehyung turned around, a small smile on his lips. Taehyung, I still don't remember everything, but when I'm near you, I feel like I'm remembering with my heart. Jungkook took a step closer. Jungkook, then I will stay by your side until every piece come back in the heavens. Jungyo stood before the crystal, his silver robes glowing like moonlight. His face was calm, but his eyes were sharp, cold as ice. Heaven Elder, the spring god has returned. Jungyo, no, this is not my son. That soul belongs to the Demon King now. It must be raised, Heaven Elder. But the Jungyo is snapping. There is no only a mistake, a shame upon the heavens. If he remembered that love, if his power returned fully, the balance between heavens and hell will collapse. He raised his hand, a bright orb appeared, shining with divine fire. Jungyo, I will erase him before that happens. and this time he will never come back. To be continued. So everyone, if you have read The Devil Wants to Hug manga series, so this story a bit is inspired from that. I love that manga series, and I wanted to make a Taekook story that is inspired from that. So hope you will enjoy this one too. It is going to be different from that story, but hope you will love it. So see you again in the next episode. Till then, take care safe. Also comment me down whatever you feel about the start of this story. Okay, bye bye, love you, bye.